follow me.
In the dead of night, in the middle of nowhere, this is business school. One of the best in the country, and we'll be checking in with 3 exemplary MBA students.
I'm looking forward to facing a lot of mental challenges.
Ben Russell is an Olympic
I
canoeist.
think that it's all about getting yourself out of your comfort zone.
Parthiban Nagaraja, an international student from Britain.
I genuinely have absolutely no idea what we've let ourselves in for.
And Kate Ullman.
It's kind of scary because we don't really know what to expect. They haven't told us a lot of details.
She has aspirations to be one of Canada's corporate dragons.
I think there's going to be a lot of outdoor challenges, considering the clothing they told us to bring.
Keep coming.
Well, it's going to be busy. Over the course of 33 hours with minimal rest, a series of tasks designed to challenge and stretch the students, both physical and mental tasks. The idea, make these students more resilient.
Teamwork, lift it up for each other.
A key quality of today's business leaders. But the instructors, they don't come from that world at all. They're all former soldiers. And not just any soldiers, the most elite. Veterans of Afghanistan, Iraq, and missions still considered top secret. All recent members of JTF2, Canada's top-tier counterterrorism operators. They've spent their lives in the shadows, so what on earth can they teach future business leaders?
Now, how does this connect to business?
I would say this connects to business. None of these people are doctors.
Okay, are you guys all good?
And they're moving that person out because they're using some common sense and some critical thinking. So in the grand scheme of things, we're pushing them to the edge so they understand where that edge is.
Steve Day, once the JTF2 commander, now runs Reticle.
Our hope is that we're going to help these students work through this ambiguous environment to be a little bit more resilient when they run into challenges as future leaders, business leaders, and be able to make those team-based decisions around a team-based model. And that's what special operations is famous for. Small teams, small men and women going out there and doing what they're asked to do on behalf of the country.
If this sounds nuts, consider that it's a version of what's been done in the U.S. for years. On this weekend exercise, the 40 Queen's University students will have their heart rate, their stress, and fatigue monitored real-time from a military-style operations center in an old schoolhouse near Brockville, Ontario.
We're going to test your ability to execute some tasks.
After regular university classes all day Friday, it's now Saturday morning.
Let's go look at it.
It's going to go that way.
Was there not a black piece in the middle of it?
Yeah, there was.
Before you close it up, that pin.
That's it.
Now, what's this thing?
Okay, that's on. None of us are engineers, are we? Just give it a go and see.
We're very keen to make sure they're okay, particularly as they start to get more stressed and more tired. And certainly we anticipate as well that their cognitive performance will likely start to degrade a little bit, but that's part of the leadership challenge and part of the team building challenge here is to see people help each other out as they start to become more fatigued.
I don't know where I am now or what I'm doing. What was that? Hello? You okay?
The fatigue is setting in. In the business world, it is unlikely they'd be awake for 24 hours straight.
We gotta make sure the angle is right.
As the small teams rotate between the mostly outdoor tasks, fatigue and stress are making it harder to make good decisions.
I think it's a waste of time digging here.
But this weekend exercise is designed to show them the extremes.
Potato tape is not it. There's actually 45 items inside of there.
Within the tape.
Within the tape.
Something around the corner.
This exercise for Ben and
A
Parthiban
little confused as to what we're
is
exactly
something of a
looking
treasure
for.
hunt.
It's got more cryptic than it started off. It was supposed to be a simple, there are 45 items within this tape. We got to 44, and the 45th item has proven to be slightly elusive.
What he doesn't know is that that's the point. As sometimes occurs in business, this is a no-win situation. Success comes in how they, as a team, deal with that.
Either we get it or we run out of time, but we won't stop until until we find that last item.
Down the road, Kate is the weekend's first casualty. With her out, it's bound to put pressure on the team.
My boots, they're not apparently fully waterproof, so in the first activity my feet started to become a little bit painful.
She's feeling a bit guilty.
They gave me a little cup of butternut squash soup, which was delicious. So the fact that I got a little extra something, I feel bad about, because my team is out there freezing cold and working away.
It's gonna be challenging.
We're firing on adrenaline at the moment, so it'll maybe in the afternoon we might crash, but we'll keep going until that comes. Yeah.
If she makes it back to her group, we'll check to see if she tells them about that hot soup.
Put her up on the box there, Dave. See how agile she is?
In the meantime, it's back outside.
And come up one at a time. You can introduce yourself. And come on up. Don't be scared. It's a good dog. Yep. There you go. Good. Good girl.
Here you have it. The director of the Queen's University MBA program helping to re-energize his fading students.
Take him. Good girl.
So how does this relate to getting an MBA?
I think all of us in life, you find out what you're capable of when you're put under stress. They're going to be frustrated, they're going to be angry, they're going to be scared. So you find out how far you can go. And so when they are in the workforce later and they are under difficult situations, and they'll be able to draw back on this experience and say, yeah, I can do this.
Has the term "bite me" ever been used in the world of business?
I think it has. I think it has. I think,
but maybe not like
not
this.
Not in this context, exactly. Yeah. So we'll give it a whole new meaning. Maybe I'll get some T-shirts made up.
And there is some good news. Kate's toes are better. She's back with her group and thinking it's okay to tell them about that secret soup.
You were thinking about whether to tell your group about the soup. What did you decide?
I can tell them. I think they've eaten, so they're not hungry, so I think it's safe.
Kate is feeling better, but one of her teammates is out.
I can't walk around out there.
An ankle injury.
We're all being linked separately. We don't know where he's going to put us.
Back with Ben and Parthivan's team, most here have had less than 2 hours rest in the last 30.
So 2 people to a wall?
Yep.
Planning ends in 2, 1. Stop! Plan ends.
So here's where things get weird. This next challenge is a technique military snipers use to quickly identify their targets. In the seconds they have to record key identifiers, it doesn't go very well.
Stop! Walk out. Walk out. Walk.
10's Terry, yeah.
What color was his hair?
Did you get anything on Tim?
11's Tony. I think he's a younger guy with black or dark brown hair.
Do you want the clothes descriptions for those guys?
And okay. What's the name of the instructor speaking to you right now? Was there any instructor named Richard? How many instructors are wearing glasses? And you got 2 minutes.
We're going to go back in again. So what's the strategy? What are we looking for now? We're just
I don't know. What's the strategy?
You're
very into the whole.
Yes.
What's the strategy? What's the strategy?
Right,
We'd like some recommendations.
There are deeper concerns, though. We've been asked not to show the face of the most agitated team member. He now sets his sights and blame on one person.
We had no leadership on the last one. We all walked away without incident, so you're the leader this time. You're what?
I'm resigning.
Well, I mean, you're the one that's just let's just focus on this.
The pressure and sleeplessness is weighing on everyone.
I think it's far out the way they compare what we do here to what I do in the business world. I get paid for what I do in the business world. I'm going to work harder. Like, there's no motivation for me for this.
I mean, you had a group leader who said, "I resign."
Yeah. It's simply because she may have been the group leader for a while, but she's tired of the leadership role. She wants somebody else to step up.
I'm a huge relationship builder, and before I can trust people, I got to build relationships, and this doesn't allow you to do that. And I think that's important in the business world, is you do build relationships. Yeah. Like, that's life, and they don't provide you with that, with this type of experience. I think it's bullshit how this is so close to a business MBA.
She is not the only one frustrated. The group dynamics are, understandably, faltering.
There was a team, we were floundering and, quite frankly, bitching at each other. So I am a bit more meticulous, I am a bit more methodical, and I do get frustrated quite quickly.
We can let you in on something the students don't know. The man making the trouble is here to do just that. His role is to challenge the leadership and watch the team cope. And remember, quiet Ben, his frustration visible. With team leader Lisa back in the room, The agitator goes rogue.
Giving these kind of scenarios to military men that have got no idea about business, like it's really frustrating. I couldn't be more disappointed.
Well, what do you want to do with that?
Facilitator Diane takes him on.
Are you in or are you out? Because these guys are here. Are you guys staying?
We need you, Paul.
Are you in or are you out, Paul?
Is it going to get any better than this?
I think we're improving.
As a team, but it's a waste of time.
And again, the language, I don't appreciate that all day today. This
But
has
people
been
do that
happening.
in business. Come on,
I know,
Diane.
but
Like,
come
really?
on.
What, these guys are scared of the word
I think it's really disrespectful to everyone here.
Why?
Why?
What, the F word?
No, well, yes, the F word, but the general attitude, it's very detrimental.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Okay.
What do you think it's going to be like?
Okay, all right, that's it. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Guys, give me a minute.
No, I'm serious. I want to speak to him.
Let's go.
Take me off the course. I paid $100,000.
It was tough for me, and I just needed a break. With you guys, it's been great. I'm excited to move forward with you guys. I just needed a breather.
So what's the lesson here?
When they're deprived of sleep, that really starts to affect their cognitive abilities. They could confront something that brings back a certain experience. Again, everyone's wired differently. It could connect back to their history, their experience. They could confront a phobia, and at that point, they may hit rock bottom.
I want your legs to go into these roots right there.
It's late Saturday. The business students have been at it for 24 hours straight.
I'll get you over the edge and I'll get you to sit back.
Now comes confronting fears.
Yeah, I'm feeling nervous, but my teammates sort of, reassured me that it's all good and I'll be safe and I'll make it home alive.
That's it, Troop Loops. Fear is just cowardice leaving the body.
Everyone manages the descent.
Now keep your feet right in front of you. On the ground.
How'd that go?
I was terrified.
A bit nervous, but excited.
Now work your feet up so they're flat on the wall.
The reward is sleep. We're watching with a thermal camera. The floor is hard and uncomfortable, but it makes no difference. It takes seconds for the students to fall asleep, a well-deserved 2-hour rest. But it must have felt like just a minute. They're roused and rounded up, sent back outside for one more sunrise challenge.
All right, staff, are we ready? Go!
They're all exhausted, but power through. The team's now competing directly to win the weekend. That spirit certainly evident in business.
Team, on the team! Get down, get on your belly, get on your belly, get on your belly, get on your belly. Lift it up! That's it, look. Over the log. Over the log.
If they fall off, they have to go back as a team.
Right here. Right here. Everybody? Yeah. Get down, get down. Team 2 is looking good. Team 2, come on. Team 3.
Again, the takeaway for the students is at some point in the future, they're going to face a challenging situation, either as an individual or as a team, and hopefully they're going to be able to unpack this experience and use this in some kind of future situation and say, you know what, I faced something similar, I faced something that was unknown, and I pushed through it with the benefit of some good teammates around me.
Woo! They've certainly done that.
Great job, guys.
Both of you nailed it.
First place, Team 3, 959.
While there is now a ranking of success, the real prize for everyone here is sleep.
Group photo. Group photo.
David Coleman, CBC News, Rockville, Ontario.